You're watching Kenosha Community Media.
Apple of my eye, I don't know when and I don't know why. You're the only reason I keep on coming home. Sweet pea, what's this all about? You don't get your way and all you do is fuss and doubt. You're the only reason I keep on coming home. Like the rock of Gibraltar, I always seem to falter, but those words just get in the way. Trying to stay humble, I know I'm gonna crumble. I never think before I say, sweet pea, the apple of my eye. I don't know when and I don't know why. You're the only reason I keep on coming home. You're the only reason I keep on coming home. You're the only reason I keep on coming home. I'm like the rock of Gibraltar, I always seem to falter, but those words just get in the way. Trying to stay humble, I always seem to crumble. I never think before I say, sweet pea, keeper of my soul. I know sometimes that I'm out of control. You're the only reason I keep on coming. You're the only reason I keep on coming. The only reason I keep on coming home. Well, oh, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. Out on a date in my daddy's car. We hadn't driven very far. There in the road, straight ahead, the car was stalled and the engine was dead. Could not stop, so I swerved to the right. I'll never forget the sound that night, the crying tires and the busted glass, the painful screams that I heard last. Well, oh, where can my baby be? The moon glow, way up in the blue. I'll always remember that moon glow gave me you. Moon glow led me straight to you. Here's a little Willie for you.
Please. Test. Okay, let's get it. All right. Here we go again. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That what? Hey, Jackie, nice to meet you. See you.
Hey, bro, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, please.
I'm sorry about that. My friend's
Stop, I really do.
Okay. Couple announcements. One, we have the bar only for the social hour, so if you want to have any final drinks, you can order them right here. After, when we get started with the dinner, the other bar is still open, so if you'd like to have drinks, we still have some soda here and the pitchers up here. Door prizes. We'll be announcing the door prizes throughout the evening, so if everybody has put their name in the drawing, if you haven't, do so, and I'll start calling as we wait for Rick to answer his phone. All right. Okay, well, thanks so much for coming tonight. I'm Jason Remkes. Those who don't know me, I'm the media coordinator for Kenosha Community Media, and tonight we are celebrating 29 years of community television right here in Kenosha. As you can, those from last year, because we've been increasing numbers every year, it was nice that the Fireside opened up the whole room for us to give us a little bit more space, and we've increased the silent auction, increased the door prizes, and increased attendance. So we thank so much for you supporting us for this evening. Maybe I should make some thank yous for coming up. The board of directors, if you're a board of director of Kenosha Community Media, if you could stand up for approving this event tonight. Let's give a round of applause for our board of directors of Kenosha Community Media. Okay, and we have some, throughout the night I'll probably be announcing some excellent guests we have tonight, but we did have some great organizations involved. We're not just a video club anymore. We're serving the southeastern Wisconsin for community television and helping those nonprofit organizations get their word out. Definitely we have to recognize Lou Molitor, Kenosha Area Chamber of Commerce. Lou, if you could just stand up there or just wave your hand. Of course, we do the grill games every year. We have Janice Erickson from the Kenosha County Division of Aging who does the Medicare workshops. Thank you so much for coming tonight. United Way, I know we got some representatives of United Way, Tracy Nielsen, CEO, and another representative tonight. Thank you. Okay, and I'll announce them throughout the night. But Rich Smerling, our representative from Kenosha Community Media, has a few words to say for tonight on the silent auction items.
Just wanted to remind you all that with all this good music, watch for me later. I might be leading the conga line. But more importantly, be sure and check out our table. We've got a lot of great silent auction items. Enjoy the evening, and thank you very much.
One, two, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. chimes ring 5, 6, and 7. We'll be right in seventh heaven. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Oh, when it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, I'll be going strong, and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 12, we'll cool off, then start rocking around the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Hey, gang. This is Brooklyn, New York. They said we wouldn't be here. Does anybody want to hear Chuck Berry tonight? How about Jerry Lee Lewis? How about Screaming Jay Hawkins? What do we call it? What? Rock and what? Rock and roll! Anybody want to have a good time tonight? Does anybody want to rock him? Rock it! That's what we call it, isn't it? What are you, from Cleveland or something? I don't know. Does everybody feel good? Huh? Yeah! Times I will, then again I think I won't. Sometimes I do, then again I think I don't. Looked at my watch and it was 1:45. I said, come on, babe, and let's have a little fun as we read. Reeling and rocking and rolling, child. Reeling and rocking and rolling till the break of dawn. Looked at my watch and it was 1:45. You know she claims she don't, but I know she do, and we read. We were reeling and rocking and rolling. We were reeling, rocking, rolling till the break of dawn. Looked at my watch and it was 3:45. She didn't even wait 3 minutes. She said, give me some more. And we reeling and rocking and rolling, child. Reeling and rocking and rolling till the break of dawn. Looked at my watch and it was 4:45. You know, I was having a little trouble trying to keep him alive. Well, I reeling and rocking and rolling. We were reeling, rocking and rolling till the break of dawn. Looked at my watch and it was 5:45. Man, I jumped back firm like a cement mix, and I was ready. I was ready. I was ready, ready to go now. Looked at my watch and it was 9:15. She said, ooh, Chuck, baby, that sure feel fine. And I was rocking and rolling till the break of dawn. I was reeling and watching it was 9:45. You know she turned around and made me do it again. We were reeling and rocking and rolling. We were reeling, rocking and rolling till the break of dawn. We boogied in the kitchen and we boogied in the hall. I boogied on my finger, but I wiped it on the wall. Reeling and rocking and rolling. We were reeling, rocking and rolling till the break of dawn. Well, you know I'm gonna write a little letter, I'm gonna mail it to my local DJ. Yeah, it's a jumping little record I want my jockey to play. Roll over Beethoven, they got to hear again today. You know my temperature rising, the jukebox blowing a tune. My heart beating rhythm and my soul keeps singing the blues. Roll over Beethoven, they're rocking in 2 by 2. Everybody, roll over Beethoven. 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 Roll over Beethoven.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Don't care if you're young or old. Get together and let the good times roll. And don't sit there mumbling, talking trash. You wanna have a ball, you gotta spend some cash. And let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Don't care if you're young or old. Get together and let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let 'em roll, roll, roll. I don't care if you're young or old. Better get together and let the good times roll. Hey, y'all, tell everybody Mr. Johnny's in town. Got $1 and a quarter and I'm just rearing the clown. But don't let nobody play me cheap. I got 50 cents more that I'm gonna keep. So let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Oh, don't care if you're young or old. Better get together and let the good times roll. Well, no matter whether it's rainy weather, birds of a feather gotta stick together. So get yourself under control. Get yourself under control. Go out and get together and let the good times roll. Times roll. I don't care if you're young or old. Get together and let the good times roll. Well, no matter whether it's rainy weather, birds of a feather gotta stick together. So get yourself under control. Go out and get together and let the good times roll. Les bon temps rouler.
It will never die. It was meant to be that way, though I don't know why. I don't care what people say. Rock and roll is here to stay. We don't care what people say. Rock and roll is here to stay. Rock and roll will always be. I think it to the end. It'll go down in history. Just you watch, my friend. Rock and roll will always be. It'll go down in history. Rock and roll will always be. It'll go down in history. Everybody rock, everybody rock, everybody rock, everybody rock. Come on, everybody rock and roll, everybody rock and roll, everybody rock and roll, everybody rock and roll, everybody rock and roll. Come on, everybody rock and roll. Rock and roll is here to stay, it will never die. It was meant to be that way, though I don't know why. I don't care what people say. Rock and roll is here to stay. Rock and rock and roll, get what you've been missing. But if you like to pop and stroll, come around and listen. Let's all start to have a ball. Everybody rock and roll. Rock, really rock, really rock. Everybody rock and roll. Everybody rock and roll. Everybody rock and roll. Everybody rock and roll. Come on over, baby. Whole lot of shaking going on. Come on over, baby. Baby, you can't go wrong. I ain't thinking. Whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I said, come on over, baby. We got chicken in the bar. Woo, honey. Come on over, mama. Jerry got the move by the horn. I ain't thinking. Whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I said shake, baby, shake it. Shake, baby, shake it. Shake, baby, shake it. Shake, make it shake. Come on over. Whole lot of shaking going on now. Rock and roll guitar, brother. Well, let her come on over, baby. We got chicken in the barn. Who's born? What born? My born. Jerry Lee Lewis has got the bull by the horn. Honey, I don't fake it. I just hang it in all night long. Easy now, shake it. Shake it, baby. You can shake it one time for Jerry Lee. Oh, well, I say, come on over, baby. There's a whole lot of shaking going on. Easy, baby. All you gotta do is just stand in one of those spots. And then you wiggle it around and you know what you got. Come on, let's go one time. Jerry Lewis, shake it, baby, shake it. Woo! Shake, baby, come on, baby, shake, baby, shake. Come on over, oh, lot of shaking going on. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. You make the love drive a man insane. Broke my wheel, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. I let the love like I thought it was funny. You came along and you moved me, honey. Came my mind, love is mine. Give it to me, quick balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Woo, feels good. Oh, my mama, yeah. That old killer love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. I'm gonna tell this world that you're mine. You my love, twiddling my thumb. I'm getting it, and it sure is fun. Come on, baby, drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. so sure, you're fine, so kind. I'm gonna tell this world that you're mine, 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 mine. That you my nails, put in my thumb. Real nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, you drive me crazy. Good decorations, sweet balls of fire.
I first started with Access Television, Channel 21. way back when. Don't know what year or what time it was.
Back in the late 80s, I was working for Channel 34 in the local origination for Jones Intercable when it was called Access at the time.
I got involved in community television in 1998 because I saw something on TV that said, "Don't watch TV, create it."
I got involved when I was around 14 years old, and I was too young at the time. So I waited until I was 18 and I took the production course and started working on a show shortly after that.
I don't remember exactly what year it was, but at some point we had to change from analog to digital broadcasting, and that was an amazingly complex process.
Now we put all this stuff together, and I walk into the building and I am very, very impressed.
The transition to digital was relatively painless. I think it was down for a little while, but the changeover was a welcome one.
Kenosha Community Media gives the community members and groups their own chance to get on video and then therefore on the internet and on television to tell the rest of the community about what they're concerned about, what they're interested in, what they want to change in the community, what they like about the community, what they want people to see in the community.
You know, in an era where anybody can put a video out on YouTube and get their word out, it's a far different thing to actually have a studio with multi-cameras and teleprompters.
You got to put your mind to it. You have to be here. You have to help other people. You have to commit yourself to it. But the rewards are fine.
Commercial stations don't let just anybody get on TV and talk, and pretty much anybody who's willing to put in the time can come here and learn how to use the equipment and get on TV.
KCM is a community asset, and I don't think a lot of people realize that.
There are people who don't have the ability to make their voices heard because they don't have the technology at their disposal. And for people to be able to come in and use the equipment and let their voices be heard or share their ideas or their creativity, I think that's a real important part of the community.
And KTV is a platform where anyone can have a voice in Kenosha. And it's our tagline, you know, but it is the truth. It is the truth.
Happy anniversary to KCM.
Happy anniversary, KCM.
Happy anniversary, Kenosha Community Media.
Happy anniversary, Kenosha Community Media.
So then moving on, we, again, thanking for some representatives. First time we have a great guest here tonight, State Representative Bob Wirch, State Senator Bob Wirch, for coming on down here, giving us support all these years. Thanks so much, Bob. We appreciate it. So did we come for the buffet? Did we come for the videos? Our next guest, our speaker for this evening, our newly elected president of Kenosha Community Media, Carole Moresi.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming to help us celebrate one more year of community media. With Kenosha Community Media existing for the last 10 years and Kenosha TV existing for 19 years before that, for the total of 29 years. Kenosha TV became Kenosha Community Media, a nonprofit organization, in 2004, and is also known as KCM for short, so that's what I'm going to call it. KCM provides opportunities for individuals or groups in the community 18 years or over to take a video production class to learn to use our video production resources, and then to create and submit their video projects to air on Kenosha TV Channel 14 or 15.14. The video production facilities and equipment are located inside the Time Warner building and include video cameras, 2 editing suites, a 3-camera video recording or TV studio with control room, a conference room, and a playback room from which the video is broadcast. KCM has a YouTube page at kenoshatv.org that features organization-produced video, which is produced by staff, sometimes along with volunteer crew. KCM maintains a Facebook page at Kenosha Community Media, where most of the organization-produced video is shared, and recently, a new intern from UW Parkside has begun to post on that site as well, especially on Thursdays when he posts a Throwback Thursday photo. Our informational website is at kenoshamedia.org. Most video programs are produced by volunteers working together after taking the training to learn how to use the equipment. Many of you in this room, and many who couldn't be here today, have learned to use KCM's video equipment, and video you created has been broadcast on Kenosha TV. Thank you so much for the many worthwhile video projects that you've created and shared with our community. And thank you for inviting various people and organizations onto your programs as guests. Sometimes, KCM-trained video participants, which we sometimes call independent producers, are also asked if they would be willing to help as crew on organization-produced video projects. A special thank you to those who have been asked and agreed to help with staff-led multi-camera video shoots for the benefit of the community. This year, those projects have included the Kenosha Symphony Orchestra, Literacy Council Spelling Bee, the Harbor Park Jazz and Blues Festival, the Civic Veterans Parade, the School Board Election Forum, several projects at the museums, and some other projects. KCM staff and volunteers have also significantly assisted in the production of Gateway Connections video, along with representatives from Gateway Technical College. Those types of projects are particularly valuable for several reasons. First, because they show that it's possible for KCM to produce quality, major, multi-camera video projects using volunteers. Secondly, it gives significantly increased exposure to some of the community's important organizations and events. Thirdly, because KCM representatives are able to seek and obtain some sponsors for those video projects, providing some financial support for KCM. Financial support is needed in order to continue to carry out these types of projects, since they do soak up a lot of our resources. And one of our most important resources is the time and energy of the KCM staff and volunteers involved in projects like these. We'd like to grow, and one idea being considered is to possibly find a way and the resources to offer small stipends to those willing to regularly help with some community-oriented video projects that are led by staff, providing some financial encouragement to help and to excel. Thanks to KCM sponsors who have found it worthwhile to support specific video projects, directed by our media coordinator, Jason Rimkus, along with groups of volunteers. Our 2014 sponsor and donor list is illustrated in your event program. Sponsors and supporters for 2014 include the City of Kenosha, Time Warner Cable, Runsheimer International, the Kenosha Community Foundation, Kenosha News, the Gateway Technical College, UW Parkside, RG Productions, Harborside Bait and Tackle, the Mahone Fund, Pacedes, Maestro of Music, CABA, the Kenosha Area Chamber of Commerce, Southport Bank, the Kenosha Public Library, JB Collision, Platinum Systems, the 23rd Avenue Church of Christ, Johnson Bank, WIBIC, and others. WIBIC is the Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative. If I mistakenly left some sponsors out, I do apologize. We appreciate all support provided. Donations have been received by several individuals, and some businesses and individuals do prefer to remain anonymous. KCM televised a KCM telethon in spring 2014. Thank you so much to everyone who involved in carrying that out. There's a need for KCM to be more visible and more understood, to educate more about how to make use of KCM media resources and to network throughout the community, the business community and the nonprofit community. During the last year, KCM made a presentation at a Rotary West meeting. KCM invited the nonprofit networking group of the Kenosha Area Chamber of Commerce to create 1-minute public service announcements about their organizations, and 5 nonprofits created 7 announcements that are available to watch on TV and online. A 6th grade class at Harborside Academy requested for KCM to talk to their class when they were creating public service announcements on their iPads about the Great Lakes. And then they came to visit the Media Center. KCM representatives attend some Chamber of Commerce and CABA networking and learning events. And a KCM representative attended the Nonprofit Leadership Conference at UW Parkside. Over 50 nonprofit organizations benefit from KCM media resources each year. Many of those nonprofits don't have the time to learn to use the resources themselves, since the staff and volunteers of those organizations have their hands full just running their organizations. Therefore, Kenosha Community Media is reassessing what it can offer to nonprofit organizations and is working towards finding ways to work with nonprofits for the benefit of the community, while at the same time finding ways to locate entities to support such collaborations financially. Working together more and being more open to new types of collaborations could be one avenue to help with the sustainability and success of KCM, as well as helping with the media needs for those organizations. We know that people have shorter attention spans and spend more time on computers and less on watching TV. So more emphasis needs to be focused on creating a stronger internet presence in the future. Although television is still watched by many and is useful to many people in the community, there needs to be more of a focus on short video that can be used in both places, on the internet and TV. KCM's previous model of everyone doing their own thing, producing video projects using KCM resources, it is not necessarily sustainable as the only primary activity. KCM leaders don't want our organization to join the ranks of those public access media stations that have disappeared around our nation. So fresh tactics are called for in order to move forward. It's very possible that the cable company franchise will change hands in 2015. When that happens, changes may become necessary. Although KCM faces a number of challenges in becoming of increased benefit to our community, KCM leaders are optimistic and continue to work towards improvements and seek to be of increased value to our community. KCM needs to convert itself to be more of a service for nonprofits rather than only an opportunity to learn to use our equipment. KCM needs to aim to be available for nonprofits to engage for a fee, and not only to be available to those who wish to do it for themselves in taking advantage of the KCM resources and creating video about their own interests. KCM needs to have many more sponsors and donors in order to diversify our income and to be able to afford more paid help in the future. Right now, we operate with 2 paid staff members, Jason Remkus, a media coordinator, and Ralph Piro, part-time media assistant. And they work different hours so that the media center's open to use as much as possible. We do have the part-time intern now, which is made possible through an arrangement with UW Parkside. But we would like to work towards having more paid help so that more can be accomplished. Last year, KCM spent more money than its budget allowed. As you can see, if you look at the annual report, which is available on the table back here if you'd like one, KCM has set a goal to raise $10,000 this year and is getting closer but has not yet reached it. There's a graph in today's event program showing that we're approaching the $9,000 level. You can help us to reach our goal by placing a bid on the many silent auction items available today. Also, any amount of contribution is always very much appreciated. We do have pledge cards available on each table that you can add to our donation or pledge box over there, or please consider contributing a little bit in the future. Thank you all for attending the celebration, and especially to some of our nonprofit organization friends, including representatives from the United Way, the Tri-County Tobacco Free Coalition, Walking in My Shoes, the Kenosha Area Chamber of Commerce, the Lighthouse Networking Group, the Nonprofit Networking Group, the Kenosha Achievement Center. The Mahone Fund was supposed to have a representative, but I don't see her here today. And there may be a few others. I know Senator Wirch came also. All of whom have had something appear on Kenosha's TV at one time or another about their organization. And thanks to some of my friends for attending also. It would be great if everyone here invited some friends or people that have appeared on your video programs, or people that appreciate our efforts next year for our 30th anniversary. I believe we'll be watching some video next that's made possible by some of our sponsors, if I heard correctly. And thank you all again for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Games griller. And I'd like to know where you're from and what's your name and what are you doing today here at Grill Games?
My name is Ken Coleman. I come from Haynesville, Illinois. My team is Ken's Burnt Ends. We do this for a hobby. This is what we do for fun.
Great. I noticed you have this interesting looking grill that looks like a train. Could you explain that? Did somebody make that or what's...
Yes, this is our train. We're big family into trains. We have Garden Railway, we have HO scale railroads. We just like trains. We found this on the internet and decided to pick it up, and it really adds to what we do here.
And next, we have the LMI Packaging Solutions.
Rumor has it there's a big rivalry between this team and Johnson Bank. I think there's a lunch on the line tonight. Next, we have the Palmer Bank and Trust.
You who might not know, at the Literacy Council, our programs teach reading, writing, and speaking skills to adults so they and their families can achieve financial independence, good health, and greater involvement in our community. We have a wide variety of programs that are offered to help adults improve their literacy skills so that they can achieve goals that are specific to their needs. So it might be helping their child read or with their homework. It might be to fill out a job application, to understand finances and banking, or talk with a doctor. At the Literacy Council, programs include drop-in tutoring, where students are matched with volunteer tutors. We have some here tonight, and we always need more, right? Yeah. A one-on-one tutoring program and many different small group classes that focus on things like health literacy, computer skills, citizenship, workplace literacy, and much more.
Let's talk live in the downtown. Virginia Towers obviously sat there for many years. They're in the middle of leasing up some of their space now. As of a couple of days ago, they were about half full. So that's on the way. 55 and older, 35 units added to the downtown. The Fifth Avenue Lofts project at the Wells site. We expect that building to come down in the fall here, and construction, remediation and construction to start soon after, and a year from now they'll be leasing up space. The YMCA project moving forward, again, same timeline. We expect construction to start before the end of the year, and again, leasing up by the end of next year. So 45 units. So that's 140 units that we're going to be adding to the downtown right along that 58th Street corridor, where I think we need probably the most help.
And Jeff, a real treat in the parade this year is Ferguson Jenkins.
Yep, brought to you by the Kingfish.
And here it is, best in show for the Kenosha Civic Veterans Parade for 2014, Snap-on's float.
Yep, Snap-on is honored to be here today as a corporate division sponsor of the 2014 Kenosha Civics Veterans Parade. With their float, Kenosha, so much to cheer about.
I mean, that's a nice float.
It sure is.
That's a beautiful float.
The float incorporates many of the things that Kenosha is known for, such as the lake, the lighthouse, and trolley, and it welcomes the addition of the Kenosha Kingfish baseball team. Snap-on is proud to have made Kenosha their home for more than 84 years.
Check that out, the Kingfish coming out of the water.
Yep, that's beautiful.
That's pretty sharp. That's a nice float. Very good job.
Okay, and again, those are samples of, again, we work all year to get those events covered. So, and thank you, Carol. I have to give a round of applause for Carole Moresi because she is responsible for getting those sponsors and getting those programs ready. So thank you so much, Carole. Okay, awards time. We've got some awards this evening that we do every year. There's a few that aren't here tonight, but they were going to be, and unfortunately they couldn't make it tonight. We do have a where we honor someone that's been here 10 years or longer. It used to be the Lifetime Achievement Award. It was renamed the Dennis Shuck Senior Award for dedication and achievements in community television. This year it's presented to Jan Michalski for his many years of providing a balanced voice on politics through his program Polytalks, and for his services to the community as the Alderman of the 3rd District of Kenosha. Jan embodies the spirit of this award. We thank Jan Michalski for his service here at Kenosha Community Media. And the Volunteer of the Year, and he isn't here tonight, but he's a great person that comes every week to the studio for his dedication to KCM and the community by serving as camera operator for Kenosha Today Weekend Report and as director of Kenosha Today with Scott Barter, and that's Ron Muttersbach. We thank him for his volunteer for Kenosha Community Media. Okay, but somebody is here tonight, and for the Newcomer of the Year goes to the one and only Keith Bell for his dedication to KCM and the community by producing his program Light of the World and his past service as Vice President to the KCM Board of Directors. Keith, could you come on and say a few words?
I gotta say something. Thank you. That was a surprise. Just like to thank KCM for just being in Kenosha and giving people an opportunity to come and express themselves to the world. And so thank you for giving me an opportunity to do that. And thank you for everything you guys do.
Thank you so much, Keith. And lastly, we have a Producer of the Year. And again, everybody's just done a phenomenal job, and so has this individual. And Producer of the Year goes for his many years of dedication to KCM and the community through his production, Destination Kenosha, and for his video coverage of the annual History Walk in Green Ridge Cemetery, who helps tirelessly on all those programs, and that is producers here as well, Mr. Dan Sticka.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure working with KCM all these past 10 years or so, and it's a joy. It's a joy, and it's fun going out there talking to various people, and especially the cemetery walk. I don't know how many people have been to the cemetery walk at Green Ridge, but it's quite an ordeal. Fun. Makes the hair on the back of your neck curl up, you know. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate all of you. We have a final video for it tonight we made. And again, I want to thank those that helped me out this evening. Rich Merling, Andrew Thompson, Ralph Piero, Carole Moresi, Rick Appleby. Thanks so much for helping us tonight. And Rich Merling. And okay. After the video, we're going to be closing up on the silent auction in about 15 minutes. So if you wanted to get your final bid in, make sure to get in there.
Don't forget about Oliver.
And what?
Don't forget about Oliver.
Oliver's?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, okay. All right, and we'll be cutting the cake as the video, and we'll start serving that as well. Okay. Okay, well, I want to thank everybody for coming today. I want to thank everybody attending the banquet. It's going to be a great event.
So everything is all set?
Yep, and we have the door prizes.
And the silent auction items.
The videos are all set.
Maybe we should show a video of a tour of our media center here.
That's true. At the banquet, there'll be some new faces that haven't seen our media center here at Kenosha Community Media. And Rich, could you take care of that?
Sure. Hi, welcome to Kenosha Community Media. Here at the Media Center is where we create our local programming. We're located at 1403 Washington Road, right inside the Time Warner Cable Building. I'm standing here in our reception area where you can come in and sign up to create a video for your nonprofit organization. Now, what type of equipment do we have to offer? Well, we have camcorders that you can check out to record your not-for-profit event. Then you can come in and use one of our fine editing suites to edit your program using our basic edit program, iMovie. Now I'm standing in the studio where you can bring in your guest and interview them for your nonprofit organization. Here in the studio we have 3 studio cameras and a professional lighting system. Now I'm standing in the studio control room, which is located right next door to the studio. You'll learn to run the audio mixer, or as a director, the video switcher, or even the character generator to put titles and graphics on your videos. So if you'd like to get involved with Kenosha Community Media and join us in one of our workshops to create your own programming or get involved with others to help them create their programs, contact Jason Rimkus at 656-8497. And lastly, here at the center, you can use our conference room for monthly meetings. So how was that?
Perfect, Rich. Thanks.
And what about the community message board?
Yes, that's right. And if you can't take the video workshop, you can just email me a graphic of your nonprofit event, and it will show up on our Kenosha TV electronic message board.
And you have a Christmas party coming up too.
A Christmas party? Well, I mean, I'd take Ralph out to Wendy's.
No, he means the Christmas events we'll be covering.
Oh yes, we'll be covering a number of holiday events. The International Holiday Festival at the Kenosha Public Museum, where we'll be taping holiday greetings and holiday performances. Also on December 14th will be the Kenosha Symphony Orchestra Symphonic Suites, and then we'll also be covering the Dickens Christmas at the Civil War Museum, featuring a performance by RG Productions.
Not bad.
So we'll be pretty busy in December.
That's right. So as we close with 29 years of celebrating community television, next year's going to be even bigger and better. And you know why?
30 years.
That's right. 30 years of community television right here in Kenosha. So with that, we had a great year, and now we'll show some highlights of Channel 14 programming. And with that, let's roll the closing video.
To Back to Basics Wrestling Adrenaline, I am Troy McDonald alongside the returning Nate Norris. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, I'm Mike Wood. Welcome to the following program, Beyond Today. This telecast is brought to you by the local members of the United Church of God.
The city of Kenosha, Wisconsin, Mayor Keith Bosman, who's the mayor, and he's going to tell us all there is to know about Kenosha.
Welcome, my friends, to Decker Starkov and Classics. I am your host, Decker Winter. I'm here with my wonderful deck girls,
Celeste and Victoria Bathory.
Oh, there you are, ghoulies, and here we are once again on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater. And by God, I gotta say, it's been a while since I've been here in the castle because of the pumpkin farm activities.
Awesome job, honey.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's my sweetheart, Rockin' Robin. The nuts on my Sunday. The fox that rocks.
Hi, everybody.
Once again, we're at the Greenridge Cemetery for the annual History Walk. And sitting alongside me is none other than Gene Huffman, the coordinator of this fantastic Listen, folks, fantastic event.
Even as we share it together, break it, Lord. Speak to every heart. Speak to me, Lord. Speak to your people, Lord. Speak to those who will be watching this telecast wherever it shall go.
Welcome to this edition of Fun with Dave and Carole. Anderson Japanese Gardens are located in Rockford, Illinois, and were designed and built for Linda and John Anderson by master craftsman Hoichi Kurisu.
I wonder where this great pumpkin is.
Jesse, it's time to cook.
The name is Chuck.
We're going to be talking about a relatively new department of career and employment services at Gateway, a great way to help students get started in whatever career that they are suited for, and then to help them connect with employers.
We're going to be talking about the purposes of God.
Estaremos hablando de los propósitos de Dios.
We will talk about 5 purposes of God.
Hablaremos de 5 propósitos de Dios.
Would invite you to come and visit with us and join us in our worship service. The church building is located at 5529 23rd Avenue, right here in the center of Kenosha, Wisconsin.
I fall into this next one that we brought you on the program is the VITA program.
Yes.
So let's hear all about that. What is the VITA program?
Sure. Well, the VITA program, United Way has been helping support that for about the last 4 years.
With that, I will close the hearing. Gentleman from the third.
Yes, we have our fly sheets here, and it mentions that recommendation to deny 100 demerit points, but it doesn't. I see that. Okay. Never mind.
A taste of winter made its way to the Kenosha area just in time for Halloween. Jeffrey Zampanti filed this report.
I'm Kenosha News journalist Jeffrey Zampanti, who is not one of the local residents who is dreaming of a white Halloween.
Harkens me back to my youthful, careful days on the playgrounds of Forest Park School and my gifted days.
And what, you're gifted, all right. What were you gifted at?
Well, I guess I had some issues.
Detention?
Yeah. When my dad told me I wouldn't plan on going to Harvard anytime real soon.
Hello, my name is Floyd R. Turbo, Kenosha citizen, American patriot, veteran, and former clothing consultant to Alderman Kurt Wickler.
Hello, I'm Mark Crutcher, president of Life Dynamics, and I want to welcome you to Life Talk for October 2014. I've rounded up all the usual suspects, and they're lurking nearby, and we've got a lot of interesting things for you.
And I would like to read to you from the Jewish writings as to what went on during the Feast of Tabernacles at the Temple Mount.
Welcome to the Light of the World broadcast. I'm your host, Pastor Keith Bell, from Divine Destinations Ministries here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We'd just like to welcome all of our viewing audience again to another broadcast.
Welcome, Kenosha, to Make a Choice to Rejoice. Brother Dave Berg here coming through, and it's always a privilege the last few weeks.
Hi, you're watching Music with Pete. We are You Love Me Tomorrow. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Deidre. I'm Felicia. This is Alfie, our merch cat.
I am Brandon.
Tonight, featured on the show is us.
Couple of real things that you've been following. For one thing, got some more Clutch Cargo, got some old Batman.
Hey, hello, Kenosha. Welcome again to our little local political gabfest, which we tape every couple of weeks. I'm your host and moderator, Yami Helsky. And for those of you who don't know this show, stick around.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Wait, because he wanted to. Welcome to Ralph Peel's Creature Feature, where we show a ghoulish classic horror movie.
Go for the count, get the breather, take your time. Make your opponent wrestle your match.
Hello, I'm Yvette Torres, and welcome to another edition of The Road to Recovery. Today we'll be talking about disasters and behavioral health, helping survivors recover from trauma.
Our first question was, what is it like on a typical day for the police chief of Kenosha?
My job and my size chiefs, I think, are pretty much administrative. Most of what I do is in this office, behind the desk.
Thank you again for just watching us, because I love teaching the Word of God, and today I just
There's so many things on my heart. I just had trouble trying to decide what to teach because anything about God is good.
Hi, I'm Dave, the doggy dude, and these are books. The complete title of this book is Caesar's Rules.
Hello and welcome. My name is Jeff Roberts and I'll be your host for this edition of Time for a Slow Burn. This program is a monthly event and we will discuss topics of interest to the southeastern corner of Wisconsin, the state, and of course, nationally.
Hey, good morning, Pastor Ray.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me. This is a new experience for me and I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited at what the Lord's doing in our lives, and it's just going to be a great experience all the way around.
Praise the Lord, and we're glad to have you too.
My name is Janice Erickson. I'm the Kenosha County Benefit Specialist for older adults. I work with those who are 60 and over. I work at the Aging and Disability Resource Center, which is located at the Old Market Square, 8600 Sheridan Road.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Wildlife Visions. On this week's show, we're going to start off and do some crappie fishing.
I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and He is alone, on high.
こちらも60周年迎えまして、そして本当に今日ここにいらしていただいたこと深く感謝しております。私お受け取りください。
Thank you for coming here.